Ma, even though she was just in the bathroom or store or anywhere close by. If she's out with her friends, we often ask Dad, "When's Ma coming back? What time is she coming back? Who she with?" Na parang kala mo kami yung magulang. Laging hinahanap si Ma to the point na we used to accidentally call Dad, Mama. That's why every time we look at him and we say, Dad, he's gonna say, not the mama. Even though we had a rough upbringing, we became close. Sobrang strict ako kasi ni Mama when we were kids. Lagi niya sinasabi is tough love. Kasi nga, she grew up na yung mga relatives niya, mga sundalo. She would often tell us na gano'n siya lumaki. You all know that she's very loving and sweet, but she's very firm with her words and very strict. I'm almost in my 30s and sometimes I still can't go out. We fought a lot when I was younger because I was gullible and dumb, especially with a certain ex na pinaglaban ko talaga siya. Then she brought up her upbringing and I said, I understand. But to be honest, we didn't care kasi why did she have to make us experience it? Naglakas lang ako ng sama na loob sa kanya. For the first time, she didn't talk to me with a firm voice. She was taught to be tough, we get it. And she apologized a few times and explained a bit. And that was the first time na Mom knew exactly what we felt and been through. She didn't know all, but at least yung pinagumubutan ng she knew. I didn't like talking to Mom when we fight because I didn't want to be disrespectful. Yun kasi yung turo sa amin before na if you talk or if you say something parang palaban ka lagi. I bottled up my pain because it was often shunned. Some of our feelings parang it was thrown under the rug kasi nga Mama was taught to be tough so kailangan kami din maging matapang. If we cried in public, she told us not to. Kasi kailangan namin maging matapang or whatever na nakakahiya daw and we shouldn't show weakness. When we were younger, she said, kaya siya ganun, she wanted us to learn, maging matapang and all that. And I said, we were kids, we needed love and care. We didn't need to be brought up like how she did. I even mentioned how she always lashed her stress out on us nung kami palang nila Ate Day. She agreed and apologized about that too. Na parang she just realized na, oh, why she taking it out on us. I'm glad we cleared things out before she passed. Nalabas ko na lahat ng bottled up feelings I had with her. We still fought once in a while. She's the type then who doesn't discourage. Sila kasi mga kapatid ko knew how to sing. Ako laging off-tune. Pero she didn't embarrass me or anything. She said, most of the time daw I'm in tune except that nag-aalangan ako. So, na-off-tune ako. Mom helped me with the song before that I wrote. I was much younger back then. It was a lullaby. And a few years later, nagamit ko when Pepito was born. She told us to use our head and not our hearts. She said na to go for someone who we can trust, not only me but also my family. And then I joked about a sugar daddy. Nasabi ko, mag-sugar daddy na lang ako so that he can provide. At first, Mama's answer was, wag, kasi nga, syempre, parang ang pangat, tignan, kaya mo ba sigmahan, I doubt you can. And then as years went by, I would still joke about the sugar daddy, nag-iba yung sagot niya. She said, sige, gawin mo stepping stone. Tapos kapag abroad ka, bigyan mo din kami, tapos dalhin na ko daw sila sa abroad. And I'm wearing new lashes niya kasi she loves wearing lashes. One time I was staring at her, I was looking and pinapansin ko talaga her wrinkles and how old she looks. And then I noticed how long her lashes were. And I said, Ma, do this. Sabi niya, why? Sabi ko, basta Ma, do this. She did it so fast. Sabi ko, dahan-dahan, baka lumipad ka na. The last disappointment ata nila was when I had a boyfriend. Current boyfriend ko kasi, sinagot ko through Messenger. And she finally understood na I chose talaga him. Kasi unlike my exes, he's the only one who didn't see me sexually. He introduced me to his family, they welcomed me. Every time he would talk about his future, nagulat ako na he would include me. Ma also mentioned to God na di pa siya handa. Na ayaw pa niya umalis kasi kasi paano daw si Pepito. Gusto daw niya maabutan yung 7th birthday at blessing ni Pepito. She was also very excited for me when she found out na graduating na ako. And I planned pa naman, pag-graduate ako, kasi sigaw ko sa stage na finally, tapos na ako. Kasi ilang beses kami nag-stop, so practically 11 years na ako nasa school, and finally matatapos na ako. And supposed to be, I would, buti na lang na move yung OJT ko. So imagine how I'm going to react if I found out na kaya naman sa bag ko, patay na si mama. I even complained to her na, ang tagal-tagal naman ng OJT, gusto ko na matapos. And she calmly said na okay na yan, last ko na yan. Hindi ko akalain na last ko na din kasama si mama. She also kept looking for Dad. Nung ilang beses na siya nag-stroke, gusto niya lagi nandun si Dad, gusto niya nakawakan si Dad. Yun yung mga time na she could barely move and she could barely open her eyes. Ang feeling niya is, hanggat kaya niya, wag siyang dadalhin sa ospital. But she knows what's going to happen to her. She knows na she's gonna die agad, like her mom and her brother. She said na if ever, once lang siya isi-CPR. After the DNR na, she said she didn't want Dad to suffer that, especially sa bills. And we told Dad that, and Dad said, hindi naman problem yung bills, he just wants Mama alive. We all did. She also told us kung sino kukontakin, kung nasaan yung St. Peter plan niya, tsaka yung title sa bahay. She was reminding us to take care and look out for Dad. Yun yung paulit-ulit niyang sinasabi about kay Dad. And huwag daw kami mag-away, most especially and specifically to treat Pepito well. Na mahalin namin siya and be more patient and understanding with him. Or kamustahin si Tita Lala kasi siya na lang nag-iisa. She said happy-happy kami sa gamit. Habol ko yung kumot niya. Kahit ako yung pinakamainitin sa bahay. She wished, she told us before she passed na mag-staycation kami kahit day tour lang before she passes. So, di man lang natuloy, pero we still plan on doing it kahit nasa early. She said, pag sa bahay siya namatay, saka lang siya i-rush sa hospital. Pero nung time na yun, I saw how she gave up. Na usually kapag sinastroke siya, back then kasi lang stroke. Every time na nagaganon siya, she would talk. Kasi she said it helps daw. Pero nung time na I saw her, she didn't talk and she just said, wala na akong masasabi, so I know she gave up. So yun na po yung pinuntahan ko yung neighbor namin. Kasi I also noticed kasi her breathing pattern, na parang she was barely breathing na I would just rub her arm and say, Ma, kaya pa, Ma, just keep breathing. Pero sobrang hina na ng pag-breathe niya. We really had to rush her sa hospital. When she was rushed, I was calm. Pero in the afternoon, parang akong kinakabahan. Then, Pepito wanted to go out. He said, Oopsie, 12-1 na, Oopsie. When JJ called, I knew na Mama was gone na. And then JJ said, Mama died at 12-1. Before, Mama would say, I'm her mini-me. Kasi nararamdaman niya, nararamdaman ko. So even if all of a sudden I feel sad, I'll ask her, are you okay? And she said, oo naman, bakit? Then I'll say, ganito yung nararamdaman ko. She said, oo, kasi ganito ganyan yung nararamdaman niya. She also apologized every time she would wake us up tuwing madaling araw para magpa-massage. Yun pala yung mga strokes na niya. She would apologize na, sorry if pinapagod ko kayo, sorry if ginigising ko kayo. Noong una, walang sumasagot sa amin. So, nagsalita na. Sabi ko, Ma, it's okay. You need help. And we're here naman. At saka, sa lahat ng sacrifices niya, na yung iba pa tinago niya, she did that all for us. Tapos ito, sobrang simpleng bagay. Lahat yun kininking niya for our sake. Kasama na niya yung parents niya, tapos si Tita Ray. Ma, bibisita ka, walang gantihan na. Kasi kami siya ginugulat. Baka biglang magulat naman she's there na pala. And my last is, I bought this folder na parang gagawin mo siyang budget planner. Pinagay ko dun si Ma for her personal stuff, for medical, for snacks. And I mentioned that to Mama. Na-surprise siya, nakasama siya sa budget plan ko. Tapos naluha ko pa rin, umiiyak siya. She didn't expect it kasi it won't feel the same anymore every time you enter the house. Kasi it feels empty without her. Even her side of the bed looks lonely. It's like my family only functions to exist na lang, not to live. And I know she doesn't like that. But the place now seems like an ordinary house. There's no longer a